Latin America, one of the most fascinating regions on Earth. Its vast ancient empires and rich colonial heritage have left behind an explorer's paradise. In some countries, the lifestyles of the people have changed little from those of their ancestors. In others, the cities are among the most modern in the world. Tucan has been pioneering adventure tours in Latin America since the early 1980s. Local guides add to this wealth of knowledge. Their expertise is combined to constantly update and improve the itineraries. This experience and knowledge ensures Tucan trips focus on the highlights as well as the untapped treasures of these wonderful lands. Tucan offer 3 styles of trip to cater for everyone's different travel preferences. Our cozy tours are for those who want to travel in style. You'll be staying in quality hotels with excellent facilities. We use a variety of transport designed to get you from place to place with a minimum of discomfort. Our adventure tours use local public transport, giving you a chance to see Latin America from the people's perspective. Our tour leaders guide you through the countries, arranging all the transport and accommodation so you can concentrate on exploring. On our overland expeditions, we use customized vehicles. Each is fitted with many home comforts. Accommodation is a combination of camping and staying in comfortable economy hotels. Whether you want to hike ancient trails to lost civilizations, bargain in traditional markets, explore tropical rainforests, or simply absorb the unique Latin American way of life, Tucan promises you an adventure you'll never forget. A visit to the jungle is on the top of people's lists of highlights in Latin America. Travel is by motorized dugout canoe deep into the rainforest. You enter the rainforest on foot, led by a local guide who describes how the native Indians live and gives details of the unique flora and fauna of this incredible ecosystem.
It was mad. I kept stopping and just like looking at the canopy and looking around and just couldn't believe I was standing in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. It was luscious.
Your stay, you'll sleep in huts or lodges with local ambience. There's also plenty of time to relax and soak up the jungle atmosphere. Latin America boasts some of the most colourful markets in the world. Traders from the jungles and the highlands have been coming to these markets for thousands of years. Today, travellers mix with the locals and enjoy bargaining for traditional handicrafts.
I love all the colours of the markets. I love even from the fruit and vegetables, when you've got every bright colour and tropical fruit that we may not even get at home, to all the handicrafts and other bits and pieces. So the markets were definitely a highlight. It's very hard to not buy everything in sight, but you've got to realise you've got to carry it home. It's quite tempting.
Coffee making is a work of art in some places. Lively stallholders attract the crowds as they soften the toffee ready for packing. The Panama hat originates from Cuenca. The people in the town weave them by hand, and they're styled and coloured by machine. In the factory shop, there's a chance to try to find a hat for that special occasion.
That looks lovely on you.
No visitor to Latin America can fail to be captivated by the magic of its ancient civilizations. The recently discovered site at Tucan in Peru has provided archaeologists with an insight into the Machu people, who lived here over 2,000 years ago. The mud city of Tucan is almost 28 square kilometers, the world's largest adobe city. Nearby are the pyramids of the Sun and Moon, which housed a wealth of decorated statues and ceramics. With no written records, these images have helped piece together the lifestyles of these ancient cultures. A highlight for many people is the chance to follow in the footsteps of the Incas. The trek takes you over high mountain passes, visiting local ruins along the way.
And you watch the porters and you kind of felt a bit of the history. You realise that this was the actual trail that they travelled on, and they must have been pretty similar. And here you were, in exactly the same place, which is, I quite liked that. That was great. Felt sorry for the porters though.
The effort is rewarded when you finally glimpse the incredible city of Machu Picchu, which lay hidden in the jungle until 1911. Because it was never discovered by the Spanish, it remains almost totally intact.
Just that ever since I was a kid, I'd wanted to see it, and seeing it with my own eyes was unbelievable. Yeah, I loved it. Inside you. Thank you.
There are many opportunities to see some of the local wildlife. If you're lucky, you may get to feed the dolphins or simply watch them play. You can take boat trips to get a closer look.
Just beautiful. You just get so close to the animals, you can see them swimming in the boat beside you. It's fantastic, very much a highlight for me.
An optional plane ride gives a clear view of the mysterious Nazca lines. These vast shapes were etched on the rocky desert floor as long ago as 900 BC. The nearby Chowchilla cemetery is also intriguing. The eerie mummies still have skin and hair and sit as they were placed in these ancient burial tombs. The Colca Canyon is the deepest in the world. Here you can watch the spectacular condor gliding on the thermal currents rising from the canyon floor. Life is hard for the women of Tequila and Amantini Islands. They tend the fields, grind the flour and weave ancient looms. The men, well, they stand around gossiping and knitting woolen hats. A visit here is like stepping back in time. The islands are on Lake Titicaca, the world's highest navigable lake. But you can also visit the Ores Indians on their floating reed islands.
We stopped off at a couple of the islands which were made up from reeds, floating reeds, which are anchored down onto the base, to the bottom of the lake. I think largely now it lives off tourism and stuff. But they also big fishing environment which they sort of trade with the mainland and stuff like that. Still quite how it was probably when they first got established, I imagine.
La Paz, the world's highest capital city, sits in a basin surrounded by snow-capped mountains. The streets are alive with colour and atmosphere. At the Witches' Market, you can stock up on dead cats, llama fetuses, and other weird potions used to keep the evil spirits away, bring good luck, and improve your love life. Although Potosi in Bolivia was the world's most prolific producer of silver, the mines brought the people more tragedy than wealth. Millions died supporting the extravagant lifestyle of the Spanish rulers. A visit to the mines today shows the primitive conditions have changed little since colonial times. The salt lake at Uyuni stretches as far as the eye can see. Everything here is made of salt, including souvenirs, and there's even a salt hotel. It's a great place for a photo stop.
They were beautiful. They were like a Star Trek landscape. You had this really white lake, and then you had these massive, I've never seen cactuses that huge. And everywhere I was like, I had to go and sit there and pose there. There's these huge cactuses, take pictures for my mum, and it was really nice.
On the borders of Argentina, Paraguay and Brazil are the incredible Uguisu Falls. It's formed by hundreds of smaller falls spanning almost 3 kilometers. You can walk through the rainforests along catwalks to get spectacular views as the water plunges 70 meters into the river below. A boat ride to the face of the falls is an experience you'll never forget. An optional helicopter ride gives dramatic views of the spray rising high above the rainforest.
You just are able to see the enormity of them, which you can't always fully appreciate. Although when you're below, you can see how tall they are. You can't see how long it is. And to go and see the spray coming up, it was just incredible. It was lovely.
On a Tucan trip, you also get time to relax. Swimming, snorkeling, and soaking up the sun are what makes the Latin American coastlines so popular.
The water was stunningly warm and clear, sort of turquoise colour. The beaches were soft, clean sand, cold, good company. It was wonderful. Really good time.
A great way to see the vibrant city of Rio de Janeiro is to take a cable car to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain. Songs have even been written about the famous beaches of Copacabana and Ipanema. Thousands of people make the annual pilgrimage to Brazil's leisure capital for the famous Rio Carnival. The party just goes on and on. Tucan's 3 different styles of trip are designed to suit your level of adventure and budget. Our cosy tours are for those who want to explore in comfort. You stay in quality hotels throughout your journey. All the bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms. Our hotels are centrally located and convenient to the main areas of town, so you can explore at your leisure. Most meals are not included in the cosy tour price, leaving you free to choose from the many restaurants serving everything from local delicacies to fine international cuisine.
Quite mixed, really. I mean, everything's available in South America. If you're thinking of coming to South America and trying the local delicacies, you can do it. But if you want to live off pizza and chips and chicken and chips and stuff, it's there for you. So, I mean, it's pretty cosmopolitan, some of the places we went to. A lot of Chinese restaurants, Indian restaurants and stuff, so it's here for everybody to taste. It's just a matter of whether you want to taste it or not.
Road travel is generally in comfortable mini coaches or taxis. On trains and boats, we use first class or best available seating and standard seating on flights. Tucan's adventure tours give passengers a real insight into Latin America by travelling with the locals. Your tour leader organises all the local public transport and escorts you throughout your journey. This way, none of your precious holiday time is wasted. You'll be travelling on forms of transport depending on the local region. Sometimes you'll be taking to the river in motor cruises or dugout canoes. You may be using taxis or even going on foot. The aim is not simply to get you from A to B, but to let you experience Latin America as a real traveller without the hassle.
The passengers get to meet the locals on the transport as opposed to any other private vehicles. They get to talk, they get to mingle, they get to eat the foods that they eat, they get to see the clothing, the traditional clothing that they wear. Things like that. I think it's a really personal thing for them to sort of get right into the culture.
Your bilingual tour leaders are friendly people, chosen for their love of travel, their invaluable local knowledge and their resourcefulness. Our hotels and guest houses are chosen for their character, location, atmosphere, cleanliness and security. Local standards may vary, but our preference is mid-range hotels with comfortable rooms and ensuite facilities. You mainly stay in twin or triple rooms, sharing with your fellow travellers of the same gender.
Really surprised, because I've done some travelling before kind of thing, and like quite backpacking and what have you, and when I came on this trip I was expecting the standard of accommodation to be along that level, but I've been really, really surprised, and it's been excellent. And we've had ensuite, which is just amazing, and occasionally we've had cable TV.
Although travellers tend to be aged between 18 and 50, these tours are suitable for anyone with a spirit of adventure. Most meals are not included, leaving you free to enjoy the restaurants and the nightlife.
Déjala para los pobres hoy. ¡Qué rica barba!
It's really good to get into the towns and mix with the locals and have a dance with them and try out the local drinks, the pisco sours and Cuba Libras and stuff like that. It was really good fun.
Tucan overland expeditions range from 6 to 24 weeks. You travel on powerful custom-built Mercedes-Benz vehicles suitable for all road conditions. On board you'll find tinted sliding windows, reclining coach seats, a library and a stereo for playing your favourite tapes. There are also tables for writing and playing games. The onboard refrigerators guarantee a supply of cold drinks. There's also through access to your driver and tour leader, keeping you in touch while travelling.
The crew work together to form a team where both of us can interchange jobs, so we're both able to drive the vehicle plus also able to guide the people and deal with the local people in the way that is appropriate at the time.
The vehicles have large storage compartments for luggage, expedition equipment and food supplies. Tucan provides top quality camping equipment. The tents are quick and easy to erect. They're fully waterproof and include a built-in mosquito net. They are also spacious, with plenty of room for 2 people and their luggage. There's also a kitchen tent. It includes gas stoves and an extensive range of equipment, helping to make the cooking easy and fun. Travellers take it in turns to prepare the meals and take up afterwards.
You get put in a pair. You're either on cooking or flapping or washing up for 2 days, and then you have 2 days off. But you're not actually just in your pair. There's like 6 of you that work together, so you have quite a good laugh with them, and everybody joins in and helps anyway, so it's been excellent, the camping.
I am, in fact, the only vegetarian on the trip, which is, I thought they'd probably get really annoyed with me having to cook like something special, but they've been great.
The food's been excellent, right up to standard, plenty of it, and nice food, yeah, really good.
Campsites vary. Sometimes you'll be staying at organised sites with shower facilities, leisure activities and bars. Other times you'll be free camping in the wild, where you're totally self-sufficient.
It was so nice just to have the whole place to yourself, pitch up the tents, cook the food without anybody else around, and just basically have days to chill out and learn and relax, which of course I think is wonderful.
You stay in economy hotels when visiting cities or when the weather's bad. The local markets offer a wide variety of fresh fruit, vegetables and meats, which are bought with the help of your tour leader. In cities, there's also a chance to stock up on more exotic items in modern supermarkets.
To get from the hotel area out to Cabana,
Your driver and tour leader are very experienced travellers. They're there to give you helpful hints and information about all the places you visit, giving you to explore. The driver's also a mechanic and makes sure the vehicle is maintained to very high standards.
The back piece of the truck, the bodywork as you call it, it's been designed, it's specially strengthened. Some of the roads down here aren't the best. It's also trying to incorporate a heap of passenger comfort because of the conditions. Things like reclining seats, there's writing tables, we have a couple of fridges on board for passengers, stereo, just little things that make our people feel at home, you know, so we sort of like to be the friendly guys and that's how we want to do it.
On a Tucan trip, it's not just the places you visit, it's also the people, the team spirit and a sense of fun.
Everyone's really friendly and everyone helps out for each other, looks out for each other. I think it's just a good thing for anyone. Anyone can do it.
I've enjoyed this trip unbelievably. I don't want to go home.
I've seen South America, which is exactly what I want to do, and with Tucan I've also thoroughly enjoyed it.
No matter which style of travel you choose, you can rely on Tucan's professional team to take you on a fascinating journey to ancient empires, to meet the people, to see the unique wildlife, to enjoy the culture, and to make you fall in love with all that's special about Latin America.